I think
No.
that okay, getting actually, I mean, we've really strayed apart, but getting actually back to to the topic of like I guess finding life, searching for life, and if life can come to us. You just mentioned the idea that wherever you go, most of the people, not every single person, but most of the people will speak English. Like, English is spoken in every country. At least that is a fact. So that is, if you think about it, one of the very first steps for us truly becoming a higher type civilization, right? And I think we spoke about this in the Life in the Universe podcast. Like, we had a podcast about this, and we spoke about the different types of civilizations, right? There's type 1, type 2, type 3, and we're like 0.1. There's some very, very, very small number. And the idea is like type 1 is basically we can harness energy from our sun, and type 2 is our galaxy, something like that. And type 3
No,
is
no.
we
So it's type 1 is you
yeah.
can harness all of the energy on the earth.
Okay.
Type 2 is you can harness all of the energy of your sun.
And 3 is
And
galaxy
then type 3 is you can harness all of the energy in your galaxy.
in your galaxy. Okay, yeah. So those are 3 types, right? Like, we're not even close to 1 yet, but the idea is actually, I mean, we're close, but like we're not close to 3 or anything. I mean, we're a lot farther away from 1 than we are close to it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right? Because, and what the centralized language, the reason I'm bringing this up, the centralized language does is, in my opinion, I think that is a very important point and a very important stepping stone to becoming that type 1 civilization. Because to truly advance as a human civilization, as humanity, not as America, not as Canada and India, but as humanity, to evolve, truly transcend what we, have in today's day and age, we would have to work like as a species. We can't work as, like, separated countries all separately fighting against each other. Obviously, this is a very not a very good conversation to have, because countries have existed forever, literally forever. But to
Right.
truly, and basically the point being to truly, understand the vastness and to maybe move to other parts of the universe, we would have to work all together. It can't be okay, America did this or India did this.
Right.
It has to be the world, humanity
Right.
did this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like to your point, like, because I think this goes back to what Parker was saying before. Money doesn't exist, countries don't exist either. These are all figments of our imagination.
That is, yeah.
do you
think
do you
about
think
it,
that
yeah.
it's a fair assessment to say then that all of the things that you mentioned in regards to like move to the next stage, wouldn't that require in a sense a transcendence in consciousness to really diminish the ego, not even just from an individual level, but from like a tribe or group setting where everyone kind of sets aside their own aspirations and goals and like join together for the greater good of the species in its entirety.
Yeah, there is an issue with that, and that also plays into what Rehan was saying about having like a single language for the entire species. And it's kind of like we are all humans, but culture also like separates us very
True.
easily, right?
But-
Like
okay, yeah.
you go to a different country, the first thing you notice is the culture, the way they behave towards each other, the traditions they have and whatnot. But if we were to lose our language, let's say the what's it called, the United Nations
Okay.
were to write up a brand new language that did not exist, and they said everyone, no matter what, has to no longer use the language they use and just study this language so that everyone can have one language, we would lose an aspect of what makes us human, right? One thing that makes us human is that, we have this language that we use to communicate that has evolved over time, but has stemmed at one point from literally like cavemen saying, like doing hand gestures and saying random noises. That's essentially how language has started and has evolved and branched off into different directions, but it is a part of our identity. And if we were to just strip that from everybody on this earth, it's it's like one step closer to just becoming a robot, you know?